As Dashong ascended higher and higher, the sky took on a more golden hue. The border with the heavens was getting closer. Realizing he was nearing his destination, he gripped his staff a little harder. Suddenly, a figure appeared before him. Well, if it's not the guest of honor. Dashong broke into a broad smile.
It was Erlang Shen. He was the nephew of the Jade Emperor, the ruler of the Eastern Paradise, no less. The renowned warrior was half human and half god. He excelled at both martial arts and magic, was uniquely skilled with his beloved sword, and a wizard at performing the 72 transformations. He defeated the great beasts, including a dragon. Guan Yin himself recognized his powers and recommended that he be used in the fight to repel the imposter Dashong. Ultimately, it was Erlang Shen himself who captured the mighty Dashong.
He came to a halt and stared at Erlang Shen with his glowing red eyes. Finally, a little fun.
Erlang Shen defiantly stared back at his adversary. Did your brain get fried in those fires? Do you not remember who it was that captured you?
Yeah, a lucky idiot. Then Dashong gave a shrug. If it wasn't for all your mates helping you back then, I would have beaten you for sure.
Erlang Shen remained utterly unperturbed. Irrelevant. I serve justice.
Dashong faced Erlang Shen and raised his staff. So, basically, you want to fight me, right?
Erlang Shen drew his bow, aiming the tip of an arrow right between Dashong's eyes. I shall never surrender to lowlifes like you. The two stood firm, staring each other out. In the blink of an eye, the silence shuddered and the storm began to rage.
Your sins merit 1,000 deaths.
Okay, now it's my turn.
You are naive.
Just my luck.
Let's go! Concede! Now! Hey! Bingo! Hey! Concede! Damn!
Bound to get a few bruises.
Let's go! Hey!
They fought hard and on equal terms. Then Dashong drew back. He had a new idea. He formed a seal and yelled, "Transform!" And with that, he turned into a sparrow and flew off into the skies.
Erlang Shen was bewildered. Where could Dashong have gone?
This was Dashong's big chance to outwit his opponent, and so he accelerated.
But Erlang Shen was not to be fooled so easily. He turned into a hawk, flew after Dashong, and grabbed him by his talons. Ha! You were too naive, Dashong.
Dashong was trapped. He couldn't move, but he didn't bat an eyelid. I'd think twice about calling me naive. Transform! And with that, Dashong transformed into a whale.
Erlang Shen was certainly strong, but not that strong. He lost his grip on Dashong and was flung across the sky.
Dashong returned to his original form, as if a lightweight like you could outdo me. He charged straight at Erlang Shen. But then, with an earth-shattering roar, a great crowd massed towards Dashong.
Go, Hound of Heaven! Erlang Shen fired an arrow with great force. The arrow transformed into a divine beast and attacked Dashong.
Dashong didn't have time to get out of the way, and so had no choice but to take this massive hit.
While Dashong winced, Erlang Shen repositioned himself, then thrust his sword at his wounded opponent. Now we are even. It is time to settle this!
Dashong repositioned himself too, then cracked his neck. I remember this puppy now. He readied his staff.
Let's do this.
On guard!
Shall we begin again?
This is where you lose, Three Eyes! Bingo! Not bad, Three Eyes.
Nothing more than a
Let's go! Hey! Hey! Gotcha!
Very well. I shall raise my game!
Hang on. Not done yet! Shay!
More than one way to catch a
Just my luck. Bingo! Damn!
I shall defend!
3!
Here I come! An even match, as I expected.
Let's go! Hey! Now!
It really begins.
See! Crumble! Damn!
Know your place.
Bingo!
Have it your way. I shall take you seriously.
Bound to get a few bruises.
Strong.
See! Gotcha! Hey!
Here I come.
See!
Shen! Enough.
It was finally over.
Erlang Shen fell to his feet, his expression etched with defeat and shock. It was a moment too late. How is it that such power can corrupt a man so completely?
Dashong was already too far away to hear his words. Ha ha! I reckon that's gonna hurt in the morning. He wiped the sweat from his brow. See ya! Dashong returned his gaze to the heavens and began to ascend once more.